Destroy the Tombs.
Do better. I believe in this.
Now we pause. It's Destroy the Tunes. I'm your host, Sarah Morris. Folks come to my big green bathroom somewhere north of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And we sing a little, we talk a bit, we put it out on the internet just in time for your Friday afternoon. Of course it's the internet, so you go on and watch it when you choose. But there's a new episode coming out real soon. So stay toward the tube, stay toward the tube. And that was our pause.
Hey!
Hi, I'm Sarah Morris, and I invite people into my big green bathroom. People like Michael Gay.
Hello.
Hi, Michael Gay. Michael is a return guest, but it's been so long that we've already forgotten about it. And we're gonna sing
Back again.
Back Again. We're gonna sing a song that is pretty awesome, and I didn't know it until yesterday, and I'm really glad Michael introduced me to it. And if you don't already know it, you're gonna be glad too. Here we go.
I've got a long list of real good reasons for all the things I've done. Got a picture in the back of my mind of what I've lost and what I've won. I've survived every situation, don't know when to freeze and when to run. And regret is just a memory written on my brow, and there's nothing I can do about it now. Got a wild and a restless spirit, got my price through every deed. Seen the fire of a woman's scorn turn her heart of gold to steel. Got the song of the voice inside me set to the rhythm of the wheel. I've been dreaming like a child since the cradle broke the bow, and there's nothing I can do about it now. Running through the changes, going through the stages, coming around the corners of my life. Leaving doubt to fate, staying out too late, waiting for the moon to say goodnight. I could cry for the time I've wasted, that's a waste of time and tears. And I know just what I'd change if I went back in time somehow. There's nothing I can do about it now. Alright. Coming around the corners in my life. Leaving doubt to fate, staying out too late, waiting for the moon to say goodnight. I could cry for the time I've wasted, that's a waste of time and tears. And I know just what I'd change if I went back in time somehow, but there's nothing I can do about it now. I'm forgiving everything that forgiveness will allow, and there's nothing I can do about it now.
Except for a whistle solo.
Except for that.
Oh, Michael Gay, everybody. We're
Nice.
keeping that. Yeah?
We're doing that. That was
Yeah,
fun.
we are. Gosh, it's a good song.
So
So
good.
it's Willie Nelson.
Yes.
As far as we know, it's
He
on
didn't
his,
write it.
He didn't write it. It was written by Beth Nielsen Chapman, and it's on his Essential Hits and a live album. But gosh, it's a great song,
Yeah, super good.
and it's got a lot of like wisdom or feelings for people like you, like me, who do this wild thing where we get in a car and we go out to sing
Just
songs for maybe
Try
people.
to figure it out. Hope
Right?
for the best.
Hope for the best. We've done it. We've gone on a little run together, and part of the reason I wanted to have you in now is because you're about to embark on another journey with a friend of ours, Claire Doyle,
Yes.
who's been into the bathroom. You want to tell us about your awesome little tour that's coming up?
Yeah, so Claire has spent a lot of time in New Orleans over the years, and has been spending a little more time down there again, and has been wanting to play music down there. And yeah, so she was basically just like, hey, I want to make a run home from New Orleans, and I've always thought that would be a cool little run. I love the Mississippi River, and so we just kind of put it together. I'm playing drums in her band, and her band is Kai Brewster and Taylor James Donsky. So
Who's
they're
been here?
playing with me for my set, and we're just kind of making a super band.
That's
to
awesome.
Run around. It'll be fun.
And it's a super tour. When I saw the little graphic, I was like, oh, that, it's always such a crapshoot. Like we got to get from here to here. What cities will make it work? But
Yeah.
yours looks like it's really, tell me just a little.
So
Because sometimes people watch the Twins, they're not in the Twin Cities.
No. So yeah, we'll be in New Orleans, and then Memphis, Nashville, St. Louis, Chicago. So
I mean, none of that's bad.
no,
It's all amazing.
quick, long drives. Well, some, but yeah, it's kind of everywhere. I don't
Cool.
know, it's fun.
Yeah.
Right up the middle, a couple days.
Right up the
It'll be
middle.
fun.
There's good food everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Probably good coffee everywhere you go.
And I just love running around, so it's fun to be on the move. So
You you also do some tour managing.
yes,
So you get to run around on that
quite a bit. Yeah.
side of the.
Yeah, I just got home from like 2.5 weeks out with some buddies also from New Orleans. So yeah, it's fun.
That's awesome. Do you feel like you've, as a tour manager, like that's informed some of the way you manage your own artist career?
For
Like, you
sure.
learned some things.
I think that it's helped me sort of like temper expectations a little bit, and also just think through like what are like the most helpful things to be worried about on the road, or what's just like that's fine.
That's a
Whatever.
good question. What are the most helpful things to be worried about?
I don't know, like
That's a good one.
yeah, I'm not saying you should like go at it totally. Like, I mean, my job is to be the organized person in the mix, So I'm supposed to be like, where do we sleep or whatever.
Yeah.
But half the time it's like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. And it's always fine.
Yeah.
I've never slept on the ground. So
Yeah.
it's whatever.
You
There's a lot of beautiful people out there, and I don't know, if you're down for like the adventure, it's fine, So yeah, you just learn as you go. It's fun. Yeah.
You are one of my favorite songwriters around.
Thank you. That's a huge compliment.
You write amazing songs. Do you get to write when you're? Is it hard to combine that? Like, those two pieces.
I see them as very different.
Yeah.
It's like when I'm on, a lot of times people will ask me about like, oh, do you wish you were up there? Like, well, I mean, yeah, it's fun to be on stage, but
Right.
this band didn't hire me to be on stage.
Yeah.
They hired me to do this other stuff. And so I'm back at the merch table, or I'm settling the show, or I'm driving or whatever. It's all fun. It's all part of it. I love the circus. This is
Yeah.
all, like, I love every part of it. So it's just fun to be in the mix and, get to see another side of it. Because it can be pretty isolating when you're like doing what we do, to be like trying to figure it out on your own, just kind of learning on the fly. And so it's fun to just be able to show up and know what your role is, do the job, see all the other pieces working, and just kind of go from there. And I don't think it's helped me like grow an audience or anything like that.
No.
It's but I do think like I understand my own goals and what I'm trying to do with music a little more fully in terms of what makes sense for me. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
because it does look different for everybody. Like that's the thing about touring is
Yeah.
I've just learned that it looks different for everybody, and It's all, if you get there and you play the gig and they pay you, you did it right. You know, like
Right.
that's the goal. So
I'm on a tour right now, which you can't tell because I'm in my bathroom. But today
Right.
I'm actually headed to
time travel.
right outside Detroit, and yeah, it is just you never know. You never know.
Yeah.
But we also get to hear you sometimes in the Twin Cities. You've got some good shows coming up this month. I've made you posters. You can keep them if you want.
Perfect.
11/19, which is a Tuesday at Astor with Sam Gelband.
Yeah, Mr. Sam. You can look up his music, Mr. Sam and the People.
Love that.
He's on the road playing some shows. Really great songs. We'll be at Astor.
I'm guessing it's
Come
an 8
hang
o'clock probably.
I think that is
'Cause
correct.
they do that on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And then the weekend that starts with Thanksgiving, the Saturday when you can't family anymore and you can't shop anymore.
Just come hang out
Small
with
Business
us.
Saturday, in fact, 11:30.
Yeah. Come hang out with us at Dusty's. I got my buddy Simon Kropp coming up from Decorah to play a solo set. You might know him from Slapdash Bluegrass. Yeah, great songs, great guy. And then my old pal, Sarah Morris, will also be joining us.
Be
that
really
evening,
excited that
which will
there's
be fun.
Dagos and Michael Gay and Simon Kropp. I'm like, yes, can I join this party?
Yeah, it's gonna be sweet.
Yes.
And I'll have my little trio there, so it'll be fun.
When you do trio, is it drums or no drums?
Drums and electric bass.
Oh, is that who we played with at Slowpoke? Was your trio probably?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Essentially the live record that we put out in the spring. It's sort of
A
those
live
arrangements
record, you say?
that I did a very bad job promoting. So
A live record.
check it out. It's
You
out
had
there.
a series. You were doing videos of it.
Yeah, it was kind of a sneaky live record. Like we were like, oh, we're just putting up YouTube videos, and then it was like, here's a full live record. So
I will link to that below.
yeah, so check out Live from a Dive, and that's kind of the vibe.
Live from a dive, and it's kind of a vibe. The Terminal.
It was live at the Terminal.
Yeah.
One take. We ended a residency there, so we just kind of played our set one time, and my buddies from the Pony Rug crew, Eric and Sarah Elstrand, came and filmed it, and Eric edited the whole thing and made us look pretty cool. So yeah, it's fun. It's
You
all
didn't
on-
have to work
it's
hard,
all-
I'll tell you, you
it's all
look
on
cool.
It's all on YouTube, but
It's all on YouTube. It's all on you to go and watch it.
yeah. So that's the band.
Oh,
Matt Decker and Daniel Stewart.
They're good.
Worth mentioning. Great
Yes.
musicians. So.
I'm gonna worth mention our sponsors right now. Would you be willing to take another sip of coffee?
Oh, absolutely.
Michael likes coffee, and I know that, so I made some, and that's wonderful because our sponsor is Winnow MN. Do you know Winnow MN?
I don't, but I'm about to.
You're about to. Here's Winnow MN. Here's the deal. Winnow is a coffee roasting subscription service where they just focus on Minnesota roasters. Today we
And
are
they also
drinking.
teach you how to make a perfect cup of
They
coffee.
do. 16.5 grams of water to coffee, right? Did I get it right?
You gotta weigh the beans.
Well, for sure you're wearing. I
There's
always
math involved. We got 20
multiply
grams
the
of
weight
beans.
of your beans by 16. That's right. So
Yeah.
16 grams of water to beans.
Perfect.
And you're always weighing. I just don't. I
Yeah.
cannot mess around with it. We're not getting our heaping tablespoons.
I'm an eyeball guy. I'm not gonna lie to you, but
That would be for our other YouTube series where we can do eyeball guy versus scale girl.
Yes.
Here we come.
Yeah.
But we're drinking Misfit today, and so Winnow will send you, if you use code Stay Toilet Tuned, you get $5 off your first bag. But once a month you get coffee from a different Minnesota roaster. So it's a great way to
great.
support all kinds of small businesses, and just we have a lot of delicious coffee.
Mm-hmm.
We do. So, thanks, Misfit, and
Thanks for
thank
supporting
you,
this
Winnow.
show.
Yes. All right. So, since you were last on Toilet Tunes, there's some questions I have to ask you. Are you ready? Here we go.
Yes.
Michael Gay, will you tell me something good?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me something good in the world.
I just got home from a train trip with my wife. Bridget and I just went from Seattle to home.
Empire Builder?
On
Is
the
it?
Empire Builder.
On the Empire.
It was
Builder.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And when my friend Frank, everybody knows Frank. Frankie Moscow on Instagram.
Yes.
Frank was like, oh yeah, when you go west to east, you get to see Glacier during the day. And we barely did. Like, it was like sunset over Glacier, or sunrise over Glacier. Like, woke up and saw Glacier National Park from the train. It was incredible. So, yeah, that was real good.
Smart.
Though I
smart.
will say, I was very beat up afterwards. Like, sleeping was kind of hard, and I was like creaky. Like, you don't really get to move around a lot.
Did you have a sleeping car?
We did. Yeah.
I took the Empire Builder from Minneapolis to Chicago when I was a teen with my mom and my grandma and my aunt, and then we took something else from Chicago to New York. We took the train.
Sweet.
But we didn't have a sleeping car.
Yeah.
And somehow we thought that was a great idea, and now
You
if I
save
think
money.
about it.
The thing is I think it's sort of a break-even situation.
Okay.
Because the meals are included. Now I'm just sounding like I'm selling tickets for Amtrak, but meals are included.
Sponsor Michael
So they
Amtrak.
literally just come by and they're, I mean, it was like a cruise for like 2 days. Where they just like,
A creaky cruise.
yeah, creaky old cruise. But yeah, they're like, all your meals are included.
Mm-hmm.
You have a place to sleep. Like, it's not bad. You
Yeah.
know, if you're going to drive and fill your gas tank and sleep in hotels and eat, you know, like, you just can kind of like stare out the window and read, and
It's nice to not have your hands on the wheels sometimes.
Totally.
I mean, I think that's the thing probably for you, for me, like there's a lot of time, I spend a lot of hours hands on the wheel.
yeah.
And it is nice sometimes.
Well, leading up to the trip, I had spent 2.5 weeks mostly driving around the West, and it was completely different. Going like just sitting on the train and looking. It was great. So,
Yay. That is
very
great.
different experience, and was a blast.
That is
Would
something
recommend.
Would recommend. 5 out of 5 Michaels would recommend. Okay. The next question is, where are you learning right now?
I would say I am learning. Good question. I mean, I know this is a question because I watched the show, but I didn't prep at all.
Oh, good. Don't prep. Prepping's for other people.
I think I am learning in. I don't know. I turned 36 this summer, and I feel like I'm learning to prioritize a lot of things in my life to make time for the things that I see now that are more important to me than just like passing interests, and really just trying to like put emphasis and time into those spaces and not spread myself so thin, because I'm a chronic yes person. Like, I just love to be involved. I like to have a part in everything and just to like help. Like, it's just fun to do stuff, and sometimes I fill my plate a little too full.
I don't know anything what you're talking about.
Take,
None of this sounds like things I do.
days to reply to text messages and things like that. So it's just trying to grow up a little bit, and just prioritize for myself also, just to be like, what makes me happy? I'm gonna do these things, you know. Like, I started skateboarding again, which I always thought would be like a terrible idea, but I was like, I'm just gonna buy wrist guards. I don't care.
Insure the risks.
I can be a dork, but I can like have a good time. And it's like, oh, I forgot how much happiness I got from just like rolling around and making a bunch of noise in the neighborhood, and just like falling and getting back up again.
That's right.
You know, all about, it's just like, you know, but that's a thing that I had sort of like told myself I wasn't allowed to do, because I did hurt both my wrists at one point. Couldn't play guitar for a while, and I was like, can't do that anymore. But I'm like, no, just like do it the right way and it's fine. And you'll be great. And so, yeah, just do what makes you happy. That's what I'm learning, you know. So
Good. When you do things that make you happy, here's the deal.
you wind up happy.
You wind up happy, and that is contagious. in
Sort of a
good
worst
way.
case scenario.
Worst case scenario is
You end
just
up-
you're happy,
you
but
wind up
I
happy,
believe
you know.
that you pursuing something that brings you to light brings other people to light.
I think so too.
I just think that's part of it. Thanks for sharing that 36-year-old wisdom. I'm about to turn a decade older than you in a few days, and I will try to take that to heart.
Well, you
I
know,
like it.
age doesn't really matter that much.
It doesn't. Age ain't nothing but a number. What for you? So I always describe where are you learning as now. The next question is more recurring. What for you is the steady beat of it? Something that you can rely on, come back to when you need restoration or renewal, or just when you need, what's the steady thing you can count on?
I mean, I really do just love sitting on the couch and thinking stuff through with a guitar in my hands. Like that, I always come back to that. Like, I work at a bar, you know, whatever. Come home from work, do that, you know, or come home from a tour on the road working for somebody else, do that. Or, you know, it's just like, I love sitting around playing guitar. No matter if it's like trying to write a song or just kill a little time or whatever, like, yeah, that has become a very reliable constant for me to kind of retreat back to, and I always appreciate that. So,
I love that.
Yeah.
And your guitar, like She Back, it's got your name on it.
Yeah. Some mailbox letters that were left over from something else. And yeah, this has been a good little hammer for me. It's fun. It's fun to swing. It's getting a little beat up, but that's okay.
The best ones do.
Yeah.
The best ones do. The last question is, and I am excited for you to answer this because I do really I know that you listen to a lot of music. Will you spin us out to something that you're listening to that's getting your ears hot and bothered?
Oh.
Turning you on.
Also, another thing I forgot to really think about beforehand.
That's okay. It's supposed to be on the spot.
Yeah. What's... Oh man, you can edit out the silence.
I'm not gonna.
I got to see the Wonder Women of Country.
Oh, yeah, Melissa Carper, Brennan Lee, and Kelly Willis. Shut up.
Yeah.
Were you at Americana Fest?
I did get to go. My buddy was playing that Dan Reeder tribute.
Okay.
Do you listen to Dan Reeder?
Mm-mm.
He's on Oh Boy Records.
Okay.
And he writes incredible, irreverent, like, he's just an amazing...
How do we spell Reeder?
R-E-E-D-E-R.
Thank you.
So my buddy was playing that and was like, hey, if you want to come, you should come. So I went down and just hung out for a couple days during Americana Fest and wound up getting to tag along to some shows and saw them play. And but yeah, I really loved like the Brennan Lee, Melissa Carper output, and so yeah, that was a pretty cool one.
That sounds amazing.
Revisiting those records after that. So
I actually haven't listened to their trio yet. Kelly Willis is her Easy record, which came out when my husband and I lived in Nashville, has been like a go-to. I mean, 25 years later, it's still something we listen to all the time. And the records that she released with her then husband Bruce Robeson, like, come back to all the time.
See, I'm much less familiar with her catalog.
Well,
I have a lot of work to do.
Yeah,
so.
And Melissa Carper has put out, now 3 records in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
That are just...
She's killing it.
Amazing.
Yeah. Brennan Lee, too. Can't Be Stopped. Force of Nature.
Can't Be Stopped. And Minnesota Connection, right? Yeah.
Minnesota, you know.
Minnesota.
Don't sleep on Minnesota, people.
No.
But yeah.
True.
Yeah. And that Dan Reeder stuff has been really fun.
Awesome. I will link to all that below. This is the beautiful time where we get to thank our sponsors. So we're going to tell you again about Winnow. And then we're drinking this Misfit. It's so good. Thank you, Winnow. Code STAYTOILETTUNED at checkout for $5 off your first bag. You won't regret it. You won't. And then the other sponsor is a sponsorship in kind. I talk about them. They talk about me. It's like a beautiful thing. Community. It's Wackett. Have you ever been to Wyoming?
Minnesota?
Yep.
Yes.
Have you played the Hallberg Center for the Arts?
I have.
I thought you might.
One time.
Wackett is how you pronounce the Wyoming area.
Oh yeah, I get their emails.
Community Artistic Council. Council, artist, community. I get it wrong. Sometimes I get it right, but that is also just life. But they are gorgeous humans there. They have an art center where there's visual art and there are classes and there is places to come in community, and then once a month they have songwriters in the round. They pay their songwriters. People come up and listen to their songwriters. It's a really wonderful situation. They also live stream these shows. The next one is going to be December 5th. And they are going to have Joyanne Parker, Alicia Kay, and Phil Burbick. And I remembered those names. Cannot tell you again what Wackett starts, but Wyoming. they're just great people. So I encourage
Yeah,
you.
I had a great time up there.
Yeah.
It's cool.
You should go again.
I should.
You could do that. So that's our other sponsor. And then the last people I get to talk about are my sponsors over at Patreon. Sarah subscribers, thank you so much. Without you, I do no things. You make it possible for me to have wild dreams, just like we're spoken about in that song we sang about 25 minutes ago.
Since the cradle broke the bow.
That's right. I know, because we're just suckers for that stuff, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
So thank you, Sarah subscribers. And everybody follow Michael Gay everywhere, and literally, like, you could, because he's about to go on this tour. So you could start with him in New Orleans and some po' boys and beignets, and then you could work yourself up to Memphis barbecue.
We're really trying to go for
Hot
like
chicken.
a Grateful Dead parking lot vibe on this thing. So as many people as you know. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Caravan.
Yeah.
Caravan of love. Michael Gay.
The 13th in New Orleans. We end at the 17th in Chicago. No days off.
There's no days off.
We'll be.
And then the 19th in the Minnesota. That's a different group, but yeah,
It'll
awesome.
be fun. But come out, see a show. It's fun.
Toilet Tunes will be back next Friday. Until then, please stay toilet tuned.
Thanks for having me.